Okay, so this is just a quick demo of Mass Effect Infiltrator running on the ViewSonic gTablet ICS 4.0 from Team DRH. This is beta 1.3.2. A member on SlateDroid came up with a method for how to install the data packet for Mass Effect Infiltrator. Before, we could not play the game because we couldn't download the data. EA Games were having trouble on this ROM for whatever reason. You'd get an error 5002 device not compatible or something like that. But there is a workaround. You go into your settings, ROM control, build properties, and we're going to adjust the LCD density. Now by default it's at 120 for this ROM. It's a recommended value for that. But for the purpose of downloading the data packet for Mass Effect, we're going to change it to 240. Now you would have to reboot for the value to take effect. I'm not going to do it now, but just so you get the point. And then when you boot back up under the new LCD density of 240, you'll have a blown up screen. You know, the icons will be bigger, widgets will be bigger. Actually, some of them will be cropped out of the home screen entirely because it's kind of like a zoomed in version of your home screen. You might not be able to access the app drawer, or your taskbar or the quick launch apps might not be available. At least mine weren't. So to save yourself some trouble, just keep the app, the Mass Effect app, somewhere in the middle of the screen. Just move it, you know, so you can access it once you boot back up. You know, it won't get cropped out. If you have it too low or too high up here or on the edge somewhere, it might get cropped out. So once you open up the app, you'll be able to download the data now. And when that finishes it out, you'll be able to start up the game. Once you're done with all that, you can just back out, go back into the settings, build properties, LCD density, and just change it back to the default 120, and then reboot again. Okay, now the first time I booted up the game, I had some lag, the choppiness in the sound, but I mean that was just the first time. I did have a crash, maybe one or two crashes, but I mean you'll get through it. You know, the opening cutscenes are kind of intense and you know, graphically intense, and eventually you get through it and it runs, you know, perfectly fine after that. As you can see, everything looks good. You can hear that Mass Effect tune. Okay, let's give it a try. Now there isn't any multiplayer aspect of this game that I have noticed. You can link if you sign into your EA Origin account, you know, you do contribute stats from this game to your console version of the game, for part 3 anyways. So you might get an extra war asset or something like that. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you know, I'm a huge fan of the game. But let's see. We'll go to chapter select. I've been playing a little bit. Let's go to checkpoint 2. You know, checkpoint 1 is a bunch of tutorials, how to shoot, how to take cover. Give it a try. It's quite responsive. Nice, clean graphics. Very Mass Effect-like from the console versions. More tutorial. Shoot. Take cover. Let's see. Go invisible. Okay. It's pretty damn nice.
I don't know why you volunteered for this. I like the work. Tell me about it. You've got more implants in less time than any other subject.
Well, any human subject.
Alright, well, that's pretty much it. Scratch another one off the list. That's Mass Effect Infiltrator on the ViewSonic gTablet. See ya.